that you can afford homes, afford food, afford fuel. Hope that your kids will be safe in the streets. And that's why Conservatives have had clear priorities for this parliamentary session: stronger take-home pay, safer streets, secure borders, and a self-reliant Canada. We had 4 problems we sought to fix this session: stop the Liberal cost of living crisis, the Liberal immigration crisis, the Liberal crime crisis, and the Liberal jobs crisis. And that's why we put forward solid ideas like getting rid of all fuel taxes that the Liberals have put in place, getting rid of all of the carbon taxes to bring down the cost of energy and food, getting rid of all the hidden food taxes like the industrial carbon tax, the food packaging tax, and the new fuel standard tax, which, by the way, will add 7 cents a litre to your gas next year if you believe the Environment Department's own documents. We also proposed an affordable budget so Canadians would have an affordable life by cutting bureaucracy, consultants, foreign aid, corporate welfare, and other Liberal waste to bring down deficits, inflation, and taxes. We proposed to unblock our resources and make our country sovereign by repealing all the anti-energy Liberal laws and allowing us to get our resources to the surface and paychecks in pockets. We propose to bring crime under control by scrapping Liberal bail. We also proposed to get immigration under control by getting rid of the temporary foreign worker program so Canadians come first for Canadian jobs, and to get rid of the sentencing discounts for foreign criminals who are not from Canada but who commit crime here. We believe they should be locked up and then kicked out of our country so our country is safe again. Now, Mark Carney, I told him, copy my ideas. Now, unfortunately, he did only copy the words, but not the deeds. And what we've got in practice is the Timu version, and that's why life is more expensive, more dangerous, and our economy weaker than when Mark Carney took office. He promised to flip-flop on the carbon tax, but he's bringing in a new carbon tax that will jack up gas prices 7 cents a litre next year, on top of the industrial carbon tax that drives up food and housing costs. He promised he would spend less. He's spending $90 billion more, and he's doubled Justin Trudeau's deficit. He promised, in plagiarizing Stephen Harper, that he would make Canada an energy superpower. In fact, he voted against his very own pipeline on the floor of the House of Commons just this week. He promised that he would build 500,000 new homes, and the parliamentary budget officer says that his very costly bureaucracy will only build 1% of that. He promised he would reverse Liberals on bail. In fact, they brought in a watered-down bail law that he and his party have been blocking ever since. In the last 2 days, they have blocked 17 attempts by Conservatives at the Justice Committee to fast-track the bail law, Liberals blocking their own bail legislation on immigration. He allows foreign criminals to stay in Canada with sentencing discounts and mass temporary foreign workers because he says corporate lobbyists need the low-cost labor rather than hiring Canadian kids. It has been a gigantic bait and switch. While Mark Carney copies my words, he doesn't put them into practice. Everything is worse. He promised a deal with Trump. There's still no deal. American tariffs are double. He's not reduced a single foreign tariff on Canada since taking office, promising to be a massive deal maker. It has been a gigantic counterfeit operation under Mark Carney that has left Canadians paying more, feeling more endangered, and more in debt. Thank you very much. And we now, with that, we work towards a brighter future and a better 2026.
North Island Powell River. So how should the voters in North Island Powell River be feeling right now after less than a year after sending an MP to represent a common-sense Conservative agenda in Ottawa? He's openly mulling a jump to BC politics. Is this a betrayal or slap in the face
I think
to the voters
common-sense Conservatives
in Powell River? Thank you.
I think the people in that riding and every riding want an affordable Canada with affordable food, affordable homes, on safer streets. That is a common-sense Conservative agenda, and we need it both federally and provincially.
Vous expliquer en français pourquoi les conservateurs défendent le droit de tenir des propos haineux au nom de croyances religieuses.
C'est pas vrai. Tout d'abord, M. Charcot devrait être en prison, et ce qu'il a dit est déjà criminel, et il n'y a pas d'exemption religieuse pour ses propos. C'est déjà sur la section 319, c'est déjà un crime de diriger violence, de faire des propos qui fait appel à la violence contre un groupe, même si on le fait au nom de la religion. Donc, une exemption religieuse n'existe pas pour M. Chakaoui. Il devrait être accusé. Et moi, je revendique au procureur général du Québec de faire des allégations criminelles contre M. Chakaoui, parce que ce qu'il a fait est déjà criminel et il n'y a pas d'exemption religieuse pour lui, ni de personne d'autre qui fait les appels à la violence. Parce que M. Miller dit qu'il veut bannir des textes religieux et que c'est ça l'amendement qu'il propose. Moi, vous pouvez regarder ces propos dans le comité et je vous encourage de les citer.
How confident are you that you'll get a good number in your leadership review next month?
Very. Thank you.
Une
question finale, je dois aller à l'opposition.
You're saying that they should move on to the study of bail.
Yeah.
They were supposed to finish clause by clause on the C9 last Tuesday, so why not just allow that work to get completed at committee rather than constantly requesting to move on? It's next on the docket, so you could have been there. This committee could be there right now.
I know, but the Liberals keep blocking it. We've moved 17 times unanimous consent to move to the bail law. But Canadians were telling us that the real... Sorry.
You brought up so many requests.
I didn't interrupt
The committee would
you.
already be there.
Are you ready for an answer? All right. So we should have had liberal bail repealed about 5 months ago, but Liberals delayed the introduction of it. And over the last 48 hours, they've blocked 17 attempts to bring forward their own bail law. When Canadians said there was a problem with crime, the problem they had was that murderers, rapists, car thieves, extortionists were being released under liberal bail. The problem wasn't that they believed that we needed to have police and prosecutors be in places of worship to make sure that clergy don't quote religious texts. And that's why the Liberals have got their priorities wrong. We should be going after car thieves, murderers, and rapists by repealing liberal bail. So I'm calling on Mr. Carney, let's stop blocking your own bail law. Let's get liberal bail repealed now so that we can have safety on our streets. Thanks very much.
Sur la Bible,